Have you ever had one of those days where it feels like every manager on your team is scrambling because every employee suddenly needs training all at the same time, and somehow you end up becoming the unofficial training department of the entire company? You're repeating the same onboarding steps, the same compliance checklists, the same SOP guidelines, and the moment you finish with one person, someone else needs the exact same thing. And suddenly everything slows down because training has become the bottleneck for the whole team. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is where we explore tools that actually make work easier, not harder. Tools that help you reclaim your time, reduce your stress, and keep your team running smoother than ever. Today, we're diving into the world of employee training. Whether you handle employee onboarding, compliance, or ongoing development, you probably already know how exhausting it can be to manage. So in this video, we're exploring ProProfs Training Maker, a platform that turns complicated, repetitive training processes into something simple, seamless, and genuinely enjoyable. And yes, if you want to try it yourself, there's a free plan you can jump into anytime. The link is waiting in the description. All right, let's get into it. The pain we're all tired of. Let's start with a story because it paints the picture perfectly. Imagine Rachel. She's a training manager in a fast-moving company with new hires showing up constantly. She spends whole afternoons walking employees through onboarding slides and explaining policies she's explained a dozen times this month alone. Scheduling these sessions is a nightmare because half the team is remote, some are traveling, and others are juggling meetings from every time zone imaginable. Every time an audit pops up, she ends up buried under outdated training files, lost certificates, and a dozen versions of reports she's not even sure are the right ones. And by the end of each day, she feels like she's doing the work of 5 people. This is exactly the kind of chaos ProProfs Training Maker steps in to solve. It's a cloud-based training platform designed to remove the repetitive, time-consuming parts of training so managers like Rachel can focus on the work that actually matters. What makes ProProfs stand out? One thing that genuinely surprised me was just how simple this tool is to use. You don't need a technical background, you don't need instructional design experience, you don't even need a long attention span. You open it, and everything simply makes sense. You can build full training programs in minutes, and the platform adapts whether you're creating sexual harassment training, OSHA safety courses, HIPAA compliance sessions, or a structured onboarding path for new hires. For businesses with small teams, it becomes a complete training hub. For larger enterprises, it scales effortlessly across entire departments and locations. It's the kind of tool GLS ended up choosing only after trying 15 other LMS platforms. And they didn't just switch. They completely upgraded their onboarding from a rushed 4-hour crash course into a polished 3-week learning experience. Customer success stories. That's the level of transformation we're talking about. A look at the experience, not just the features. Instead of giving you another boring feature rundown, let's talk about what it actually feels like to use the platform. Imagine being able to drag your existing presentations, policy documents, videos, or PDFs straight into a course without worrying about formatting or compatibility. If you're staring at a blank screen with no idea how to start, the built-in AI steps in and drafts an outline for you. And if you want to add quizzes to check whether your team actually understands the material, those are built right in too. The whole experience feels like someone finally built a training system for real humans, not programmers. Employees can take their courses from wherever they are, whether that's a laptop during their morning coffee, a tablet in the break room, or their phone while commuting. Training becomes something people do naturally instead of something they have to chase. Meanwhile, as the training manager, you're getting real-time progress updates without having to open a single spreadsheet. If someone completes a course, you get an instant record. If someone doesn't, you know that too. Certificates, reminders, and reports run in the background so you don't have to babysit the process. That's how companies like Thermo Fisher handle exams for hundreds of employees across the world without logistical headaches. And it's how Tupperware was able to get entire European plants up and running on online training even when many of their employees had never used a digital course builder before. This system doesn't just simplify training. It gives businesses the confidence to expand it. Automation, the secret superpower. Now let's talk about what people love most, automation. Because the moment you stop manually chasing deadlines, sending reminders, and creating certificates by hand, training suddenly becomes manageable. ProProfs quietly handles all the routine tasks behind the scenes. Courses are assigned automatically. Deadlines are tracked without you doing anything. Certificates appear the moment someone finishes a course. And if someone forgets to complete something, it's the system, not you, sending those gentle reminders. One company, First Fleet, mentioned how ProProfs dramatically reduced the admin burden of managing complex transportation compliance training. It's that combination of automation and ease that turns training from a burden into a system that practically runs itself. A perfect fit for remote teams. With more employees working remotely or in hybrid schedules, training has to meet people where they are, and this is where ProProfs shines. Workers can pause a course, come back later, and pick up at the exact same spot. Someone can start a module during a flight delay and finish it at home. And because everything is tracked online, managers don't have to worry about lost paperwork or outdated versions. Salenta Aviation even reported that this flexibility cut down their crew training time and expenses significantly. Customer success stories. It's real savings, not just in money, but in time and sanity. Branding, professionalism, and first impressions. One thing I personally love is how polished the finished training looks. You can make every course feel like part of your brand, with your company colors, logo, domain, and certification style. Instead of training that looks patched together from 5 different systems, your employees see something consistent, clean, and professional. And even small businesses suddenly look like they have a full L&D department behind the scenes. Security and reliability that give you peace of mind. Security is another area where the platform feels rock solid. With features like private course access and two-factor authentication, your training stays secure even when your teams are spread across different locations. And because everything is stored online, nothing gets lost. Not past certificates, not reports, not old training modules. Everything is exactly where you expect it to be. So here's the big takeaway. Training isn't supposed to be stressful. It doesn't have to eat up hours of your week or take multiple people to manage, and it definitely shouldn't feel like a never-ending cycle of repetition. ProProfs Training Maker gives businesses a simpler, cleaner, and more reliable way to train their teams, whether you're onboarding your first employee or coordinating training across hundreds of locations. If you want to try it out for yourself, check the link in the description. The free plan is a great way to jump in and start building your first course. If this video helped you, hit that like button, subscribe for more tools that make work easier, and drop a comment telling me what kind of training challenges you want solved next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.